Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of A Year in Cards. This is for the month of June, and we're going to be making some hello cards. These are just sort of cards that you can use for almost any occasion. You just kind of customize it for what you need it to when you write your message inside. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this, and just so you know, this class goes live on June 15th, and so that means you have until July 14th at midnight to get your card in to be counted for this month's homework assignment. It's sort of just a challenge. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's a great way to kind of build your card making skills and just kind of get things going and get that stash of cards made for you to use anytime throughout the year. So anyway, I'm going to head right into the first card now. So the first card I'm going to work on, I'm using some papers from October Afternoon's Fly It Kite collection. This is their 8x8 paper pad. I really love 8x8 papers for cards because the pattern is scaled down with just a little bit, not too much. And so the patterns are sometimes a little bit smaller and work well on cards. So that's where I got the idea for this card. It was from this pattern paper, just these colors. And I'm going to go ahead and start assembling it. I've got this piece right here, which is going to start on the card. But before I do that, I'm going to do some stamping with the background stamp. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to be using this dot cling stamp from Hero Arts. Okay, and I'm going to put this down right here. Just getting the bottom portion of the card. I'm going to use that scratch paper over top. Then I can really press down with my fingers all the way across and get everything down really firmly and smoothly. And then I've got dots just on the bottom portion. Okay, now I've got these other portions. This one's going to go down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to have this stripe right here. Then I'm going to cut a scallop edge right here, and then this one is going to go over top with the flower and our sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and get the scallop edge punched. I'm just using the Fiskars Scallop Sentiment Punch for this. Here's a tip. When you have your piece of paper cut to the size that you want, in this case it's 4 1/4 wide, I'm going to put it into the punch right here, and I'm going to look at the sides where the pattern is, or where it's going to punch, like the design is going to punch. I'm going to get it centered so it's the same amount on each side, and then I'll start there. Okay, so that makes it perfectly across. For this little strip and also for the scallop, I'm going to be using some Tombow Mono multi-glue. This is the glue that I use when I have little itty bitty strips of paper to glue down, because sometimes the tape runners, they just can't get into tight spots like that. What I'm doing is sort of building a block of pattern and color so that I can put some other things on top. I have some flowers from Sassafras, and this is the Spring Sprout one, and I thought this flower right here really it was a similar tone as the rusty orange down here at the bottom. I thought it'd just be a nice accent to the card, so I'm going to actually put that on the top. I'm going to go ahead and put that on now, even though this isn't adhered down, just so I can get a sense of where I'm going. Okay. Okay, and the next thing I need to do is I need to stamp my sentiment. The sentiment I've chosen is from the stamp set by Hero Arts. This is the Essential Messages stamp set. I'm just going to use Hello right here. Okay, and there's card number 1. Okay, we're on to card number 2, and I'm using some of the papers from that same Fly a Kite collection from October Afternoon. Hi, Kitty. And we're going to start with this square right here. I've cut it to, I think it's 3 3/4. Yeah, 3 3/4. I'm just going to adhere this piece down below. I've got some chipboard letters or chip stickers. These are from Basic Red. This is from their June Bug collection, but they're still available now. I'm going to have it say hello, just like the first card. And when I punch these out, I'm going to try to punch them out with the backer on it so that I can kind of place these on the card. Or place it on this section here without needing to actually stick it down. Before I put these down, I'm going to do a little bit of that scallop edge technique that I had in the first card. This is the same length, or the exact length I need it, so I can actually slide it in and just get it centered. I can't see it on the sides here, but I can still get it kind of centered using these grids right here. If you can see them indented, I can get it centered on those grids. Okay, so it's centered right down there. Okay, and now to attach it to the card, I'm going to put adhesive on this part, straight on, and then put that same dimensional adhesive on the other side. Get these back on here. Looks like I need to put some of those little foam pieces underneath the H, so I'm just going to cut it like that and put them straight on. That'll just make it a little more secure. I'm going to cut a little slit. So that I can put this through. Okay, so there's card number 2. Okay, and we're on to card 3. This one I'm going to be using some flowers from Sassafras. This is their In a Stitch Blossoms. This is the bright red, sort of a rusty bright red. It's not super, super bright in person, but so I thought it might kind of go along with the rusty reds that are in the other card, in card number 1. Here's some grid paper. It's from that same paper pad from October Afternoon. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere it just to the center of this card. This piece measures, let's see, 2 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay. Got that pretty much on there, centered and straight. Looks like it might not be entirely centered, but that's okay. I'm going to take a white gel pen and a ruler. This is the ruler that comes in the basic gray matte, magnetic mat. And I'm just going to draw some white lines, just like that. I'll come to this side. I'm not trying to be super precise. I mostly just want the line on there. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put these buttons up here on the top. And I'm going to kind of place them. I'm not going to push them down too much quite yet. So I'm going to move them around a little bit. looks good. Go ahead and press those down. Okay, now I'm ready for my letter stickers. And once again, it's going to say hello. So since hello is a 5-letter word, the first L is in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down first. And then put the other ones around it. These are some basic stickers from Basic Gray. They came out with the craft portion of the basic, so they're called craft in the store, but they're actually black. They just go with the craft papers. Just in case any of you were slightly confused. Now I have some ribbon, and this is from my Mind's Eye Lush collection. This is their black ribbon. I'm going to tie that around the bottom of the card. Okay, so there's card 3. I'm going to just show you all 3 cards right here. Some pretty fun hello cards. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Thanks so much for watching. Just a little correction and note I figured out after I finished filming the cards. This pattern, this yellow pattern paper that I use, is actually from October Afternoons of the thrift shop, not from Fly a Kite. There is a similar yellow pattern in Fly a Kite, however. It's this pattern right here. Kind of similar yellows, just so you know. Anyway, that's just a quick correction.